Hello, this is Cityscape, a regular vodcast featuring people, places, and ideas that impact Livonia. I'm Dan West with the Livonia Chamber of Commerce. Today we will meet a guy who has been a fixture in Livonia for 35 years as he built a college baseball program and a successful sports bar. Mike George is a Detroit native and a proud alum of the former Bishop Borges High School in Redford. Early in his working career, he started coaching baseball and working as a paraprofessional at his alma mater. After 10 years at Borges, he took on the task of building a new baseball program for Madonna College in 1988. He stepped down as head coach after 8 years, but continued to support the program as an assistant coach until last year. The Livonia resident started working in the hospitality industry in 1996 by managing some local restaurants, and he owned an ice cream shop in Novi for 3 years. In 2001, he sold the ice cream shop and opened Coach's Corner Bar and Grill on the corner of 7 Mile and Farmington. In 2006, he partnered to open another restaurant, George Murphy's at the Creek. In 2019, he consolidated his operation and moved Coach's Corner to its current larger location next to Fox Creek Golf Course. Mike George joins us today. Mike, thanks for finding time to join us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, what got you into coaching? You got into coaching at a pretty young age.
Yeah, I realized early that I wasn't a very good baseball player, so it was either going to be coaching or umpiring, and I hated umpires, so I had the opportunity to coach the JV base, be an assistant JV coach at the high school at Bishop Borges. So I took it and worked there 10 years as a paraprofessional while I was going to school, and last 3 years at the high school I had the opportunity to be the head baseball coach. And then Madonna came knocking back in 1988, and I was at Madonna for 8 years. As the head coach, stepped down to go into business, and then I was back as an assistant to Greg Hager, who took over for me Greg was there 20 years, so I was probably his assistant for 18 of those 20. And then Greg had stepped down. Ted Faulkner came back, who was an assistant, and I was Ted's assistant. Ted left, and then Justin Karn came in, who's the current head coach, and I was his assistant coach for 2 years. So last 44 years I've been coaching baseball in the spring. So
talk about the connection you make with the players.
That's the best part of coaching. I'm the best. I've been asked to be the best man in some of my players' weddings. Still talk to kids that I coached in high school. Out of the blue, I'll get a call, hey Skip, how you doing? Christmas, my phone gets blown up and with texts from former players, and I do the same back to them. But it's always been about the kids. All the achievements that we had at Madonna and we still do are because we have good kids there.
In your professional working career, you've built a baseball program for a school, and then you built a successful sports bar restaurant. Talk about what it took to make both ventures successful.
A lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, great staff. My restaurant's is only as good as the people that work for me, and same coaching. You're only as good as your players, and I've always tried to make it about the players, and I've always tried to make it about my staff. Couldn't do any of this without any of them.
Talk about the atmosphere you try to build for your customers, your coaches.
Well, we're very family friendly. I always kid that we're probably the only bar in Livonia that has high chairs. We're a residential neighborhood sports bar, and we take a lot of pride in that. A lot of familiar faces every day. Graduation parties, wedding showers, birthday parties, kids that were 21 down there. 22 years later are now bringing their kids in, and some of their kids now have kids.
Yes.
So they went from customers to grandma and grandpa, and it's just always been, that's how I was raised. It was always about the family, and we try to create the same atmosphere down here.
Well, I'd imagine when you have so many repeat customers, the customers get to know each other. So there's familiarity with that, and there's a comfort, I think, and part of the atmosphere with that too.
I think that the fact that we see the same faces over and over again tells you that, it's a safe atmosphere. The food is good. The service is good. I mean, a beautiful venue. We capture all the softball teams. We get all the soccer. We get all the volleyball. We get all the we do the golf cart. So we get not only we get the golfers out there, We get them in here to eat. It is extremely busy, as you know. It's tough to get a seat in here. People kid they don't come here anymore. Nobody goes there anymore because it's too busy, as Yogi Berra once said. You know, so it's just we're continuing to try to provide good service, good food. You know, be nice to people. It's not that hard. I think people make it a lot harder than it really is. Be sincere, be genuine, and you know, go out of your way and offer a good product to people.
In the last few years since you've been focused at this current location, I know the patio and the snack bar and stuff like that are some of the things. What are some of the other things you tried to make happen at this location?
Well, we do live entertainment 7 days a week out here now. So Monday through Saturday, we do live entertainment in the evening. Sunday is Ladies' Day, so we do live music from 12:30 to 3:30 on Sundays. We've upgraded our menu. We upgraded the quality of our menu, obviously. And we do some things different every once in a while. All of our soups are homemade. All of our meats are fresh. We try to do as many home-cooked meals as we possibly can. Our pizzas, I'll put it up against anybody's pizza in the city of Livonia. It's spectacular. There's a lot of good pizza places in Livonia. But just try to, make it a fun venue for people. When you go inside, there's anywhere you sit, there's a big screen TV in front of you. We've improved the sound system. We do the NFL ticket here on Sundays. It's all about sports. So if we do game time specials for any of the local teams. We sponsor, and I try to help support all the local high school teams as much as I can, whether it's a fundraiser or donations or just come in and they need help and I write them a check. But they've supported us for going on 22 years, and it's only fair that it's a two-way street. They help me out, and I help them out as best I can.
What do you think about when you realize Coach's Corners existed for 22 years?
Yeah, it's. I remember the first day like it was yesterday. There's a lot of great memories. Met a lot of great people. Fortunately, we've lost some great people over the years too. But they're family to me and my staff. We're very fortunate again to have the customer base that we have here.
Well, Mike, I thank you for your time today, and we wish you all the continued success going forward.
I hope you and I can continue a good friendship.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Mike, and I thank everyone for watching this edition of Cityscape. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you again next time.